Oh, hey guys, Devall here. You know, it's springtime, and that means it's time for the first Kane County Doll and Toy Show of the year. Now, of course, the Kane County Doll and Toy Show happens twice a year, once in April, once in October, in St. Charles, Illinois, at the Kane County Fairgrounds. Great show, done a lot of haul videos over the years for it, showing you a lot of cool stuff, got some great stuff, and the piece de la resistance of my collection, period. So, I want to talk about a couple things first. The night before Kane County, we had a meetup at a restaurant there, a very famous Chicago restaurant named Gino's East. Great pizza, amazing pizza, best deep dish pizza in Chicago. Thin crust is amazing. I love the thin crust pizza. We had a meetup for Toy World Order for the Toy World Order fan group on Facebook.com, the Toy World Order fans. And we got together with a lot of great people, a lot of our great dealer friends, a lot of great fans, friends, had great talk, great conversation. My buddy Josh Flood, our friend Floorburger, if you're a member of the fan group, you know who Josh Flood is. He brought Dave and I a box of stuff and gave Dave and I a little gift box, got some stickers in there, which is pretty cute. Some TMNT stickers and some little hearts and but some cool little stuff in there. There's a little bedtime bear figurine in there, cute little PVC like a little keychain, a bedtime bear that he gave me that was in there. It was pretty cool. There's a little Smurfette keychain that he gave me, a little Smurfette on her on roller skates there, a little keychain, which was kind of neat. Dave and I each got a little transforming letter. I think we both got D's, one for Devall, one for Dave, if I remember correctly. But little transforming letter there that when you moving back together here, put his arm back this way. My God, it's a D. My God, it's a letter. So great little letter there, and of course just some random trading card packs. You know, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Norfin Trolls trading cards Series 1. This, which is great, which I'm going to open, which is Topps Trivial Battle Game, which is pretty cool. A package of Bill and Ted's Most Atypical Movie Cards. A package of mask stickers for the mask sticker albums from Panini, but these are from Diamond. Same idea. And then these are oversized Smurf super cards that came out in the 80s. They were from Topps Chewing Gum. They were, they came like 4 in a pack with a little sliver of gum. So very cool little gifts from our buddy Josh Flood, and he's the one that really kind of brought the idea to the forefront of going, hey, let's get together at Gino's. So I know you guys eat pizza there every time you go, so why don't we just get a bunch of people together and let's meet up and have some food and some good friends and some good talk. And I said, yeah, that sounds great. I also got a little gift bag here from a couple of fans of the show, and especially they've sent Carrie and I a number of care packages over the years. Brian and Veronica Panizzi. Did I say? I apologize, guys. I'm horrible with last names. But Brian and Veronica are live in Florida. They drove all the way. Well, they had some family in Indiana, but they drove all the way here to the show because we've hyped this show up so much. And they gave Dave and I each a little bag of goodies. In my bag, actually, it was twofold. It was for me and for Carrie. But in this bag were some cool little collector cups. A little Fantasyland cup, which is number 5 in a series of 6. I'm not even sure where these came from. I'll have to do some more research on this and figure out if these were a restaurant, if these were a Disney park. They're a Coke item, but I don't know where they came from. But this was cool. It's a little beat up, but it's awesome. I've never seen one of these before, so that was really cool to pull out of there. A little goofy plastic Pepsi Collector Series. This was probably a Hardee's item or Burger King item if I had to guess. But a little, plastic tumbler there that was another restaurant giveaway. A cute little baby Disney. It's just a little baby toy that kids will play with, but it's you tip it over and the balls fall and Mickey and Donald there, baby Mickey and Donald spin. So cute little baby toy. Pretty sure this is probably went to a puzzle, but little baby Donald that you would like plug into. It's hollow inside. You'd plug into a puzzle. So little baby Donald there, which was kind of cool. A little Big Bird PVC, which was neat. Big Bird PVC we don't have actually, because we've got a number of Big Bird PVCs, but not that one. A handful of this I think is I'm not sure what this is. A cardboard piece for something. I'm not sure what it went to, but one side's got Baby Goofy on it. One side's got Baby Mickey on it, which is pretty cool. Again, I'm not sure where the cardboard piece was from, but a neat little piece. A handful of great comics, including some Whitman comics, Whitman Super Goof there. A Whitman Mickey Mouse comic. And then the Muppets Take Manhattan #1. #2, and I think I had #3 actually, and maybe #4 was it? Yeah, it was just 3. I think I have #3. I didn't have 1 and 2, couldn't never find it, but found #3. And then an issue of Muppet Babies, #10, with a little bit of Muppet Baby Kermit on there. So a little Star Comics, Marvel Comics imprint of that. And then this was kind of cool. This was actually Veronica's when she was a little girl. She grew up in Brazil, and this was her. This was her coloring book from when she was a little girl. And she was like, I put that in there because, you know, I thought you'd love it. It's going to get an amazing place in the collection to display because this is pretty spectacular. But it is a Little Mermaid coloring book. And she did color in it, and she told me she did a tremendous job when she was a little girl because these pictures are awesome. And this makes it even more special, to me at least, to know this came from someone's childhood, someone that's a fan of ours that came from her childhood. That she's now, you know, entrusting that to me, giving that to me to put in the collection as I put stuff back in the bag here so it doesn't get lost. And I can set this down here, but thank you to Brian and Veronica, a great couple, amazing. I love them to death. I wish I would have got a chance to talk to you guys more, but as you guys found out, the King County show is ridiculously huge. There's so much stuff. Carrie regrets that she couldn't come to meet you guys. If you guys make another trip, I don't know if you'd want to come back in the fall, but our plan is to take Carrie to the fall show for the first time. Carrie's never been, so it would be her first time. So it's pretty fascinating for me to see that type of reaction from people. Well, thank you to Josh Flood. Thank you to Ryan and Veronica. Appreciate it so much. But I wanted to get that out of the talk about that before we talked about my haul at King County. It was a pretty epic, pretty fun haul. A lot of cool stuff. I saw a lot of great stuff. I kind of wasn't in really, you'll see everything, but I kind of wasn't really in the buying mood because of a piece that I had already finished purchasing in January that had been held for me until this show. I had to wait till this show to pick it up. But I ended up finding some cool stuff. I found a boxed Crash and Dash Chopper from the Incredible Crash Test Dummies, which is pretty cool. This is from one of the later releases, but I love the motorcycles. I love this stuff. I've got, you know, a bunch of Crash Test Dummies that I adore. I like the line. It's not the line I'm going to go fully down the rabbit hole, but there are some pieces that I've seen that I'm like, I kind of want to get those. So there's a couple pieces that I've got my eye on, but this was one of them. Just one of the motorcycles. I didn't care which one, but this one's cool. So this would make a great display piece. Yes, I'm opening these. They are sealed, but I am opening these. So got a great deal on it, so I couldn't pass it up. Finished off my Stargate collection. I know everyone's like, really, Stargate? Horrible Hasbro line. It's not great. But the vehicles are great for it. The Winged Glider, the Mastage, and then the All-Terrain Cruiser, which is actually just a repurposed G.I. Joe ATV. And this was the one item I was missing from that whole line. So this completes Stargate for me. So this was fun to find. And I hemmed and hawed over it for a little bit, and I was like, eh. And David was like, really, Devall, out of all the things you've hemmed and hawed about? I'm like, you're right, I'm just going to buy it. So I was like, the lady had $18 on it. I wasn't going to barter with her. I was like, here, just give it $18. It finishes my collection, so I'm happy. We'll get to this in a minute. I found a Goofy for Carrie. Really cool old school Knickerbocker Goofy for a lady. She had a bunch of stuff in a bin. He's got blue jeans on, which I think is great. But an old Knickerbocker. This is probably from the 70s, probably late 60s, maybe between late 60s, mid 70s. I'll put that out there because I don't know the dates on some of these because they're hard to track down to figure out when did they actually first make them. But a great Goofy. He's a little dirty, little dusty, but very cool. A cool figure. So I bought some trading cards. I love going to these shows and finding sealed boxes of trading cards, and they may not be anything that I care about, but I'm a sucker for them because, well, they're cheap, they're full boxes. I know I'm at least going to pull a full set out of them, so I buy them. I fill up ring binders with card pages full of these card sets, and I think I've got 7 to begin with that are full, and I had to buy a new one today because I bought 3 boxes of cards. One of them being from Upper Deck, the Valiant era. a sealed box of cards from '93 for the Valiant Comics era, back when when Valiant Comics were first around. They're back now, but when they were first around in the '90s. So a full box of Upper Deck Valiant era cards. Which a trading card history of the Valiant universe through 1992, because a lot of these characters existed way before they got put into the Valiant universe. They Solar, Man of the Atom, Magnus, Robot Fighter, all these characters, a lot of them existed in the 60s. So, but these there's 8 cards a pack, 36 packs per box, 120 card set, plus random insert cards featuring light FX technology. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to find out because it's going to be great. I'm sure it's horrible. It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait to open these. I look forward to opening trading cards. I know. I lead a simple life. It's simple in my mind. That makes me happy. Jim Lee's Wildcats, the Covert Action Teams Deluxe Trading Card Set from Topps. Now, mind you, the Valiant era was $3. These were $2. So yes, again, I'm a sucker for these when they're stupid cheap. But this one is it doesn't say there's a there's 2 randomly inserted Prism cards in every 36 packs. So I'll pull 2 Prism cards out of this, and probably a full set of these cards. But I'm not even a big Wildcats fan. But again, for $2, why wouldn't I? The last thing, these were a little more expensive. These were $20. The guy had 75 on them at the start of the show. And I looked at him, and was like, "Yee, I'm not spending $75 for a full pack of cards." I went back towards the end of the show, and I was like, "How much you want for the ET cards?" Knowing full well he had 75 on it. He goes, "I'll take 20 for them." And I'm like, "Here you go." It's a full box of Topps ET cards from when the film came out. A full box. And you can see these were 30 cents when they came out in the 80s. What was this, 83, 84? 82, I think. I'm jumping all over the 80s now. I don't remember when ET came out exactly. 82. Here, I'll open one on camera for you here. I'm going to open these, so trust me, there's no... I'm sure it's still good. I'm not chewing Topps gum from... it's actually Bazooka gum from 1982. Not moldy or nothing, but yeah, those are getting thrown away. But you can see they're just movie cards with the pictures of the film on them. And there's a sticker set, as always. A lot of the early sets, the early 80s sets, there was always a sticker set, like 11 or 14 stickers, and on the back they always formed a bigger picture. So. Yeah. That's all I need, is to get a strange disease and die because I chewed a bunch of 1982 Bazooka gum. I'm sure a lot of you would say, "I'll pay you to eat it." No. I'm gonna put those down here. I don't think you could pay me enough to eat it. Let's put it that way. Bought some carded Cops figures. Eyeball itches. Excuse me. I bought some carded Cops figures. I bought Nightmare. Now, for anyone who's been watching the haul videos for a while, you know, famously, maybe a year or so ago, I bought a loose Nightmare figure. He wasn't complete, but I bought him. As I was playing with the head launching feature on camera, he went up in the air, came down on this exact table, and the head exploded into 100 pieces. So when I found a carded one for a decent price that I knew, well, it's complete, and I will never launch the head ever again. It's going to go on and stay on. I bought him because I wanted his weapons and stuff. So he will replace the broken one that I glued together after finding all the pieces and then a couple missing. So he will go up there with the rest of my Cops figures. And I found Hyena. Of course, both of these characters are part of the second series of Cops figures from Hasbro. A great line of toys, one that I don't think a lot of people really have gotten into, and they need to, because it's just a spectacular line. Some of the later stuff's a little harder to find, but Hyena is really cool. I always liked this character. I always thought he was a fun character. One that I wanted really badly. So, and I think he's got stickers, if I remember right. Hyena's got stickers that you can put on his helmet of different faces. So it's kind of cool. But those guys will get opened and they'll get displayed. So very, very cool. Bought some more carded figures. I bought a trio of carded Beetlejuice figures. Again, all openers. The cards are all beat up. So pretty much everything I buy, I try to buy for a decent price so I can open it, because I want to open it and display it. But I bought, which I have one of these, but I don't have it complete. I bought Shish Kebab Beetlejuice, which is great from the first series. Love that figure. I bought Exploding Beetlejuice, which is from the second series of figures. Pretty cool. And I bought Ortho the Obnoxious. Otho. I keep wanting to say Ortho. Otho the Obnoxious. With the Loathsome Lizard. Try saying that 4 times fast, 3 times fast. It's crazy. But from the first series. So a couple of figures that I really enjoyed this line when it was out in the 80s. I had Adam Maitland. I had Shish Kebab Beetlejuice. Those were the only 2 figures I ever had. I've managed to find a couple of them loose, but of course always missing the heads because the heads came off of a lot of them. But to get these, I think I paid like $10 a pop for them. So I was happy with spending $30 to get a trio of Beetlejuice figures like that. These came from my buddy Buzz at Hive of Villainy. You can check him out. He's on Instagram. He's got a website, Hive of Villainy. Hive of Villainy. I can't talk today. It's been a long day. Recording this after getting home from Kane County. It's been a long day. I can't talk straight. I'm a little tired. But I bought some Demolition Man figures. He had mentioned at the beginning of the year he tried to sell them, and I was like, if nobody bites on those and nobody wants them, bring them to King County, I'll buy them. And I bought 3 of the 5 that he had. I had one of them. I kind of hemmed and hawed over the other one because the other one was the kick-fighting John Spartan, and I was like, he's cool, but I want these. And this, I'm pretty close to completing the figures in this line, but I've got Flame-Throwing Phoenix. So just a great figure with some silly... a lot of these reuse New Adventures He-Man bodies, which is one of the reasons why I love buying these, because they're just stupid kooky. I bought the Battle Baton John Spartan, which actually reuses the mold, the body for New Adventures He-Man, like to a T, including the armor, because the armor is New Adventures He-Man. So, except for this weird little peg thing. But the Battle Spartan John Spartan, so the box, a little morality box that they had in the movie, so for his hand holster. So, but the armor is literally the same. They didn't even change the molding on it, the plastic color. It's just the same New Adventures He-Man. This body is the belt buckle still has the H for New Adventures He-Man on it. I mean, seriously, it's awesome. I know Pixel Dan and myself are just obsessed with the line because it reuses New Adventures parts, and we're like, this is great. These are horrible. And I bought the Cryo Clawtech, which he's got a big old backpack that he wears. He's got a lever that you push and he can grab people to put them in the cryostasis. So I'm not gonna lie, Mattel did an awful job with this figure because all of these figures are reused molds from New Adventures. This is I want to say he is Icarus, the body for Icarus for the New Adventures figure that they used for this figure. So they just reused and put new head molds, which the head molds aren't great, and just reissued these figures like that because they're like, well, we got to bring out some figures for Demolition Man. It's going to be a great movie. It's going to be huge. The blockbuster, but the toys didn't sell. Speaking of Wildcats, I bought a Playmates Wildcats figure that I didn't have, Slag, one of the villains. The Wildcats line is notoriously stupid big. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 figures, and a handful of those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those are just repainted figures with chrome accents and stuff, but the majority of them are all different figures. The Playmates Wildcats line is huge. It's a big line. And I've only got a handful. I've got I've got Void, I've got Grifter, I've got Zealot. So those are really the only ones I've picked up, and I always pick them up. There's always a guy there that's got just racks of toys, and they're like $1, $2 a piece. So I paid $2 for Slag because it's Slag, and he's freaking... I mean, it's just a weird line. This, I'm not going to move this too far because I don't want to give away the... This was the Disney Showboat. This is from Playmates. Playmates released this in the 80s, and basically it's a motorized showboat, and it's still sealed. I paid $20 for it. It comes with 4 figures, Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and Minnie. You put batteries in it, this thing would roll across the floor, and while it would roll, the figures would move with it. So the figures would, like Goofy has drums that he would beat, and Minnie would rock back and forth. She's playing a flute. Donald, I don't remember if Donald's playing a guitar or if he's playing cymbals, but he would do it, and then Mickey would move because he's the band leader, so he'd move up in the top of Steamboat Willie, the Disney Showboat. So, but a cool piece, and we've found figures over the years of these. Carrie and I have at flea markets multiples of these figures, and had pretty much all of them, but we can never figure out what it went to until I saw this a couple years ago on the boat, and I was like, that's what they go to. That's amazing. So I ended up finding one at the show today for, I guess $20. And then 2 booths down from the guy that sold me this for $20, guy had one loose and complete and wanted 40 for it. I'm like, well, I think I win. Bought the Rambo Skyfire Assault Copter. I don't really have any of the vehicles for Rambo. I did when I was a kid. I didn't have any of them since I started collecting Rambo, so I don't have any of the big copters or the big vehicles. So this is the first one I picked up. It's ripped. The back of it's ripped. It's missing a flat, but everything is still in there. It's still packaged in its cardboard. It's still all sealed in there. So I paid $40 for it. I figured it's not a bad price for it. It's $40, and like I said, I don't have any of those vehicles, so I will gladly pay that. Now, leaving this here for a moment. I've been working on this since last Kane County, since the October Kane County in 2015. There was a couple of gentlemen that usually always set up. They didn't set up this show, but they're always set up usually. And they run a company called Chris and Matt Toys. And they have a Facebook. You can check that out. You can go check out Facebook here. Look up Chris and Matt Toys. They sell in the Ohio area. They're Ohio dealers. They bought a huge collection out from a lady. I don't remember if she's in Texas or where she's at, but she'd been collecting. Her kids were little in the 80s. She had 2 kids. She bought. They each got the same thing. So she would buy 2 of everything, and then buy sometimes a 3rd or 4th, take it out, put it in a baggie, store it, so they knew which accessories went to what figure, and nothing ever got lost or mixed up. And she ended up becoming a collector that way, and would just buy multiples of stuff. And at the last King County, they had a big display case full of just Filmation Ghostbusters figures, the vehicles. I was like, oh my god! I'm like, where did you guys get all this? And he's like, oh, he tells me that story. And I asked him, I said, do you have the playset? And he's like, yes. I was like, is it complete? And they're like, yes. And they told me how much they needed for it. And since October, I have been working on this. And this is now a part of my collection. This finishes the Filmation Ghostbusters collection. Now, it's dirty, it's dusty, it needs cleaning, it needs some fixing, because there are some pegs and stuff. You can tell there's supposed to be a bunch of, like here you can see a screw sticking out. She had bought one of these. The kids broke some stuff. She bought a second one because I have extra sticker sheets, I have extra parts. It's ridiculous. So some of it needs fixing now, because this playset is pretty notoriously thin, fragile plastic. As you can see, like the awnings here are super, super thin and kind of just wobbly as they are. This is the Scaper Filmation Ghostbusters Ghost Command playset. This is one of the most legendarily rare playsets. And a lot of times you see people say something's rare. That doesn't mean it's expensive. It just means it's hard to find. This is rare, hard to find, and always, always stupid expensive. And Chris and Matt gave me a deal that I could not pass up. And thanks to some great friends who bought a lot of stuff out of my personal collection to get the money as quickly as I could for this. This now is in my collection. It is complete. I'm not going to open it because there are some parts floating around in here. I've got a bunch of parts in a shopping bag of loose parts of stuff that, like I said, there's some things need to be fixed. I have to create some new pegs out of plastic sprues from models to fix some of the pegs that are broke. Not a big deal. I have to reattach a lot of the arrows and stuff on here. The garage door itself, as you can see, it's supposed to have 2 little ledges that it sits on that it slides up onto. Those are gone. They're supposed to be right here, and they're broke off. But nothing that I can't fix. I can create new ledges. I can create a lot of new pegs. The playset overall is in good shape. Some of the stickers are peeling. Like I said, I have an extra sticker sheet, so if I want to replace the stickers, I can. But this is one of the most legendary toy playsets of all time. And I'm happy to have a complete version, no matter the fact that it needs pieces fixed. So thank you to Chris and Matt Toys for hooking me up. Thanks for Buzz from Hive of Villainy. Thanks to Brian and Veronica. Thanks to Josh Flood. Thanks to all the great fans and friends that we always get to see and meet at these shows. It's always great running into people, to see people. I love running into fans. I love talking to fans. Like I said, this show I was a little less excited about purchasing things because this was sitting in my trunk, and I'm like, I have a Grail piece sitting in my trunk. there's nothing else for me to find at the show. Now, I found a bunch of stuff, but I just wasn't in the mood to be like, I wasn't as excited as I normally would because, again, this was sitting in the trunk of my car. So, a great big playset. Finishes Filmation Ghostbusters for me. Finishes Stargate for me with the purchase of the Cruiser. It was a great show. It was a lot of great fun the night before the show. The show itself was a lot of great fun, and I love it. Thank you guys for checking out this video of the stuff that my haul video. I love it. A lot of great stuff. So thank you for watching all of our videos. Thank you for being fans of the show, for fans of myself, of Carrie, of Dave Draper, of Puppet Devall, of everyone that's involved in Toy World Order, and even the guys like Pixel Dan, who has his own channel. Thanks for being fans of him, because we all love each other. We support each other. We're friends. We try to do as much to support each other as we can. So make sure you check us out on youtube.com/ToyWorldOrder. Hit subscribe. Mash the like button if you haven't already. Check out ToyWorldOrder.com itself for podcasts of David Devall's Toys and Collectibles, Married to the Collection. You can listen to David Devall's Toys and Collectibles and Married to the Collection on iTunes and Stitcher. You're only going to be able to listen to the last 5 or 6 episodes. You can go to ToyWorldOrder.com, search David Devall's Toys and Collectibles, search Married to the Collection, and find the entire run of our episodes, including Married to the Collection's almost 50 episodes, and David Devall's Toys and Collectibles at almost 220 episodes that we've done of the show. So you can go back and listen to it. They're all different. Sure, some of the toy news is old, but there's always great conversations, always great talk. So make sure you check that out. And gang, go to Facebook.com, check out Chris and Matt Toys, check out our fan group, the Toy World Order fans. If you haven't joined already, go there, check it out, join it. If you're having trouble being accepted to the group, I try to filter through a lot of people because we have a lot of bots, a lot of people joining, trying to sell stuff that isn't toys, or try to come on to talk about toys. If I haven't added you in a couple days, or it's been a couple days, just send me a private message and say, hey, I want to join the group, and I'll add you. It's easy as that. So make sure you check that out. And gang, thanks for watching, and take care, and keep digging, and keep talking to people, keep making friends, keep meeting new people, because you never quite know what you're going to find right around the corner. Until next time, gang, take care.